Oh, it does say live.
All right. Speed Kills, episode 3. What's up, boys?
How's it going, man?
It's going. How are you doing, Nick?
Film nerds, we're here. We're
Film
nerded
nerds.
up.
Do y'all remember that commercial that Adidas did? The Fast Don't Lie commercial? You remember those?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
they had like Derrick Rose on them, and somebody was like singing this like horrible, like way off tune song, but it was basically just Fast Don't Lie, and it was just watching guys run super fast. So this is what made me think of.
Can we just talk real quick about what film is? Because like nowadays, and we were just watching this, because when I was coaching huddle, like how bad it used to be, like when we used to play,
Yeah.
like it was.
Should look at my YouTube video or junior year highlight tape on YouTube. You can't even like see the ball. It's on like
Well, that.
trap.
But I'm just talking like, was it DVDs? Was it VHS? I started as VHSs.
Yeah, we had VHS. Put it up
See,
on
we had converted to DVD, fortunately.
Wow.
But like, remember that like burning DVDs and then like distributing them to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So how was
for joining.
Mexico, Garrett?
Dude, it was good. Yeah, this time last week I was panicking because my flight got canceled and trying to figure all that out. And a week later I'm back if I didn't get taken by a cartel or anything. So all was good.
Did you tip the guys good? The
Absolutely,
waiters and
absolutely.
waitresses?
Dude, it was gorgeous. It was freaking gorgeous there.
Yeah.
And the food, like it was one of those all inclusive bits. So
It's the best.
it was good.
How much
I
weight did you
definitely
gain?
gained. Yeah, I definitely I was doing really good. I was down like 18 pounds. Now I'm down like 11 pounds. So yeah, we're gonna have to be back at it.
It's all right, dude. Just lay off the carbs this week.
That's right. That's right.
What's up, guys? Let's see, we got Sam Wallace in the chat. Sea Dog Woke in the chat. What's up?
Oh, your wife enjoyed it too?
Oh yeah, she had a great time.
Did you guys
She had a
like
great
do
time.
anything? Like scuba diving or anything or whatever?
We did a little bit of that. For the most part, we just hung out by the pool and by the ocean just because it's awesome. But the one day we did get like massages. Woo, that was nice. Because they like beforehand they did like you had to do like the sauna, then you had to do the cold room, then you had to do like the steam room, then you went like hot tub, cold tub, hot tub. Like they had this whole like ritual you had to do even before it. It was pretty cool. Like I felt real bougie. It was pretty cool.
That's nice, man.
You're supposed to feel bougie on those.
You guys know Izzy, right? Izzy Alcafas?
Oh yeah.
So me and Izzy just had dinner. What's today? Yesterday, actually. We had dinner. He was in town, and we're good friends. I used to be on DTC's pod and whatever.
Yeah.
And he tells me this story. He went back to because he's from the Middle East. He went back and had spent some time with his dad, and him and his dad they like bought a couples massage thing, but just they could both get massages. And his dad is like at that stage of like where how old he is, where he like falls asleep, like quick. And he like fell asleep during the massage.
That'd be easy to do, I feel like.
Yeah, and then he's like snoring. So then he's like everyone's trying not to like laugh, but like he's like relaxed and just out. It was a funny story. You have to ask.
Dude,
him.
I could totally see how that would happen. I could totally see that.
Mhm.
Fortunately, I did stay awake, but I could totally see how it would happen.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go over a couple explosive wide receivers tonight. Henry Ruggs and Jalen Reagor. We got Ruggs here on the
Speed
docket
kills.
to start up. Yeah, Speed Kills episode. So you guys voted for him. We're going to cover him. We're going to start with Ruggs versus South Carolina. So let's pull that one up. You guys have any thoughts before going into this on Ruggs?
Not really. I mean, I really liked him before this year, and it wasn't all about speed with me. I just think he's a lot more complete than people give him credit for.
I agree. I mean, he's an elite athlete, and I think his wide receiver intangibles are a little like people downplay him when I don't think they should.
I'll be honest, I haven't dug super deep into him, so I'm actually excited. I'm watching it somewhat somewhat with fresh eyes tonight. I've seen, I think I've watched a game or two of his, and then obviously he's put up a lot of highlights. So I'm excited to like really dig in.
Yeah. Well, let's get this show on the road. Why don't we? All right, let's start this back from the top. Make sure my space bar is synced. Yes, we are good to go.
Does a good job avoiding there.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too, when he has to avoid that much, he gets off of his, his stem or his path. He got back in his path, so he's not like running into the other receiver or
Yeah.
he can't get open.
Turn us down a little bit here.
Dude, this is so much fun because all four of those receivers are so good.
Yeah.
Like even Devontae Smith is like, he's really good. No one talks about him.
Yes.
Oh, he's already in my top 5, maybe even top 3 for next year.
3?
Ooh, Najee.
All right, where we got Ruggs here? Up top?
Yeah, I think he's a runoff here. Like he's supposed to stem inside and get in the way of that safety.
Yeah, definitely. Number 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did his job on that play.
Watch him on the swing route. Nobody goes with him.
And obviously, I mean, you can't stay with him.
No.
That's why I'm not too worried about his route running. Just the type of receiver he is. He's going to get cushion.
Yeah, that one wasn't too good. He danced too much in this release.
Yeah.
He went out, went in, went out, went in again, and then he just got ate up.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just stick with it here when he's
Mm-hmm.
when he hasn't beat and just hit that outside shoulder, work upfield.
I always tell my receivers, don't be doing Dance Dance Revolution, man. We don't need that.
Yeah.
Get moving.
N'Keal Harry did that a lot last season.
See ya.
I wasn't a fan. Now, see, I like this one because when he breaks off that route, Jared, he comes flat. I really like that. See right there?
Yeah.
Was that 6 or 7 yards? And he comes really flat, so that way it's easier, one, for him to catch it, and the DB can't close when it's flat like that.
Mm-hmm. No wasted motion. And then, I mean,
kind of a body catch, though. What do you mean when he goes flat?
See.
So, Risen Phoenix asks, what does it mean when he goes flat? What it means when he makes his break, he's coming, horizontally across the field. He's not fading up the field, because think of a slant. When you're going and you go up the field a little bit, that gives some room for the DB to close. When he's making this break right here, he's going at 5.5. He's going to only get to about 6, I think, and come straight across instead of fading way up, which some do.
Yeah.
Do you think that was originally meant to be more of a post route? And he read it well, seeing where the safeties were, seeing where the dead spot there between the safeties and linebackers were? Or do you think it was designed to be flat?
I think it was designed to be flat, because if you go back, what is Judy doing here? He stops.
Yeah, I think he saw that he was open and just shows his numbers.
But actually, that's not a bad. It could be. It looked like it was almost like a double slant.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was with the back did just a flat route. Yeah, here we'll see it. Oh no, Waddle did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. I don't think about that, Garrett.
If so, I mean, that shows that next level awareness right there to be able to see that dead spot.
RPO.
Looks like it's cover 4. Is my guess.
Yeah.
Or quarters at least to that side, maybe half to the field.
Yeah, Tua did a good job of reading that one.
Mm-hmm. I really like him. I'm so glad he came back healthy with that last medical.
Yeah, that was great news. Also great news if you have a top, 2 pick in super flex leagues.
Right.
This is a short cut up, man. This is 3 minutes, something long. We might have to do 3 videos of Ruggs. Where are we at here in slot?
Slot.
I'd like to see him use his hands better here.
Yeah, but he got rerouted and then he got ran to the ref. It looks like.
Yeah. Are they trying to bracket him there? Kind of
Depends
hard
where
to
that
see.
safety's at. Yeah, it kind of looks like it actually.
Just look
Well,
at
there's that same combination.
yeah, just look RPO again. How much they
see-
respect his speed.
That's what I was just gonna say. That DB was
Yeah.
already breaking back,
I mean, that's what he's gonna get too. So
and that's why I think people talk about the speed and the draft capital will get with that, But if you're thinking as a real life NFL coach, being able to take the top off the defense, you see what he does to develop stuff underneath for other guys just because they have to respect his speed.
yeah,
Like for Risen Phoenix here, if you go back to that last play, I know not a lot happened, but he was very flat at 1 to 2 yards coming all the way across on that drive route. That's flat. That's not fading up the field. I don't know if you want to go back and just so they can see what
yeah.
flat means.
Let me 1 second. I want to make sure our chat is on from the other from Facebook and all that.
We're just doing all the streams in.
Yeah. Okay.
Risen Phoenix asked, do you want to see guys go flat or is it route play dependent? You want to see them go flat. I think all the time. The only time you don't is if there are underneath defenders and you want them to get up the field. But yes, you want them to be flat all the time, in my opinion. At least I do as a coach. I don't know about how you guys like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think with them coming flat, it creates more separation from the defensive backs. So, of course, more separation, the better.
I mean, that's what I had this route combination when I coached. It was called levels, and I saw this from Peyton Manning, where they had number 2 would go up maybe 10 yards, and they would run either a flag or a post or maybe a dig, but number 1 would only go up 5 yards and come flat across. And that spot right there, because any kind of overhang defender has to go with number 2 up. And there's a huge void, and they always come flat right there. And Reggie Wayne, I mean, they made a living off of that.
Yeah, we used
If you
to
drifted up the field, corner can, get there.
we used to run that out of trips too, where the inside number 3 would run either either a flag, post, or dig, deeper dig, and the other 2 outside guys would run 5-yard ins.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but you'd read 2 to 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Basic slant.
Yeah. I mean, not much to look at there. Good slant route.
He kind of cut off of his inside foot. I didn't like that one, but I don't do that. I don't like how he hesitates a little bit here. I wish he would just catch and just go right there. That little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Had to evaluate where to go.
Yeah, just go outside, man. You know that's where it's gonna be. I hate when receivers on like a bubble, they like go inside or don't go outside right away. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Run that back again for a second.
So Risen Phoenix says the more a guy doesn't go flat, he's just aiding the DB by creating less of a cushion. Correct? Yes. Because it's very difficult for them to take an angle when you're going flat across the field versus going up at a slight angle. It's just geometry there.
So I actually would have liked to have seen him sit down here. He had a lot of space. If he would have just kind of sat down.
I think there's a. Yeah.
That safety was having to get back to Judy. I think he would have had plenty of room right there.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Get that block, 87. Jeez.
Not much you can do there.
Whiffed.
No.
Good play by the DB or the linebacker. Looks like
Yeah. I was laughing at the tight end going flying.
That was bad.
Okay. I'd like to see a little more urgency here, but
Well, but what I like here though is on this whip route, during the route he sees that it's man, or at least that the defender's there. See, that's why he comes back, and he just runs right away. That's a little recognition.
Yeah. Sinks his hips. Good bend there to allow himself to break. Bursts, and he runs out of it. Like he sprints out of it, pumps his
He's
arms.
fairly flat. He drifted a half yard maybe up to the field.
Yeah.
That. It's not bad.
Not enough pressure, plenty of time, catches it, plenty of time.
I guess manhandles there.
First thing is, shove him out of the way.
It's
isn't-
important
this
that
isn't
wide receivers
super-
explode out of their breaks.
This isn't great film right now, honestly. I'm probably like, what the heck, Ruggs?
No, I mean, it was one of his higher reception games. That's why I picked it. Figured it'd give us a better look at him. We can look at another one.
Should have been called.
Who's the guy we quit on the other week? Oh, AJ Dillon. What were we like? Could we down with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett's boy.
So he's lined up in the slot.
We all
here.
know how much I love AJ Dillon.
So he's number 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Judy does his job.
Yep.
Good
Good
rub.
balance there. I
Yeah.
like that. So, I mean, is this a runoff?
So
I guess not much of a move at the line here. I'd like to see him like
Wait,
jab inside or something.
he got forced the boundary pretty easily.
well, he's aligned inside the numbers, and now he's on the sideline. That's terrible for an athletic guy.
Yeah. He got kind of bullied there, honestly.
That's why I'm wondering if he's supposed to make room for Waddle underneath there.
That's the only thing that would make sense.
All right.
Wish we could see that more.
Yeah, the thing I don't like here is I think it takes too many cuts for him to make that move. It was right, left, right. Looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just-
like when
just
we
on
watched
inside
Justin
left and go
Jefferson.
out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
But he does aiming point inside shoulder, which I like.
yeah, it looks
that.
like he was open.
Right, here we get some other guys. Can we find recordings of these sessions on the site?
Yeah, they're on YouTube. They'll be there, and they'll be broken down for each prospect. So we'll have a video for only Jalen Reagor tonight. There'll also be another video for only Henry Ruggs. They'll be on our Twitch channel as well. If you just come to our channel, and then click videos, they'll be right there.
Someone said, I've seen people say he can't make people miss after the catch. What's the concern level? They may be better real life NFL teams than fantasy teams. Let's wait. Let's watch 2 more films on him, and then we'll let you know on that one. And you can see he
Yeah.
becomes Will Fuller type, scores 41 or 0.
Yeah, I think that's the type of player he's going to be at the next level. He's going to be the guy that breaks the coverage, takes the top off.
I mean, I'll just gonna say this. I know this is not popular. I like Will Fuller. I think Will Fuller I think he's actually a pretty good football player. He gets hurt.
Yeah,
I was
if he can
saying
stay
that's
healthy.
the big issue is the health.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's talented. I know people like guy can play ball. I
Oh,
think he's
yeah,
better talent
definitely.
than Ruggs is.
I don't think anybody
football player.
questions if he's good or not. If he just can't stay healthy, it's like
He
you don't
does
wanna-
drop a lot of passes.
I mean,
I've noticed Ruggs is a
so
right arm only.
fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't put it in his outside arm.
And he did that on that slant when he took it to the house too. It was right arm.
Well, that was
Even though he's
quick.
I didn't pick up
running
on that earlier.
towards his left. Yeah.
We'll take a look at another game.
Hey, thanks, Doug. Appreciate that.
Probably 2 more games on Ruggs since that was a quickie.
Yeah, don't watch Duke.
That's what she said.
I was waiting for that.
Nothing wrong with a
Are you
quickie.
allowed to? That's what she said yourself, though.
Yes,
That's the thing. Okay.
He laughs at his own
of
jokes.
course. Let's see. We got some questions here. He's so fast. If Al Davis was still alive, he would definitely be a Raider.
I'm still not convinced he won't be a Raider.
Maybe
Looks
receivers
slow
there.
on this play, yeah, or designed to be slow. I don't know what play that was, but I think we
I think
all
that
know
was the whip
Ruggs
route.
isn't
I think
slow.
that was on the whip route.
Oh yeah, probably. I think it was designed to be controlled.
Yeah.
I've seen-
Spencer, how's it going, man? We got Periscope G, whatever that is. Get on with this. Get to Reagor. We will. We got to get through Ruggs first, man. You got to. And the thing is, even if it's a worse prospect that you don't like, it's good to have a comparison. That's why we have 2 speed guys. So
Yeah. Just like last week.
yep, so he's number 2 here. You want to go back to that one? I just want to see
Yes.
it again. Quick.
Hmm.
That's good though.
That's
He's waiting for Judy to clear.
Yeah, and
That would have been there too.
I mean, you
Nice
don't know
run,
which way he's going when he's coming out of this. You know, he's coming straight at you, closing the distance with the DB.
Thanks, Gene.
This is Auburn. Second down in the yard. Najee Harris. First down run.
At least he got physical there.
He's a physical player, I've noticed.
And Mac Jones, yeah, I know it's a different
He's more
quarterback.
physical than Judy.
Second down and 8. Devontae Smith in motion. Mac Jones looked at.
Ooh, look at that blitz.
First down at the 37.
Ooh,
Jones.
that's a good release.
right there.
That is
Great release. See if he stacks him.
Jones off play action. Plenty
I
of
can't
time.
see.
Players complete. On the run is Henry Ruggs.
Well,
Hopefully
that's
we
what
can
you
get
wanted. That's it right there, boys.
Ooh. Man, I wish we had a replay on that.
Yeah, go back. So I mean, good release. Then looks like he pushed upfield and then sat down in that DB. Let's find out where that DB is once he
Must have
catches it,
bit.
how much separation he has.
Jones off play action. Plenty of time.
Looks like
Alright.
he's working his way back to the
There's
ball,
2
which I like
yards.
to see.
Yeah, that's good separation right there.
Players complete.
Hmm.
But then what I like is there's no hesitation after he catches it. He goes outside. He knows he has to.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good play right there.
he breaks pursuit angles like nobody I've ever seen.
Do you guys think he's really gonna run a 4.2?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's really fast. I mean, he's
It is.
fast, but that's really fast. I'm still gonna say he's in the 4.3s,
I think he's
which
gonna run
is still
a 4.2.
absurd. I mean,
I know
don't
that-
get me wrong.
Wait, you know what's crazy? A 4.5 flat is fast. People act
Yes.
like that's fast.
In there. Mac
He's a
Jones
4.2 guy, I think.
in there. But Mac
Dang.
Jones
If you're
Jeez.
right,
there in the lineup.
that's absurd.
I'm gonna say he's a 4.31, which is ridiculous.
What'd you guys think of the curl route here?
Jones in there in the lineup.
I mean,
In there in the lineup.
the guy's respecting his speed, obviously. This is why I'm not too worried with his route running. Like, as long as he's able to plant
Yeah.
quickly and
I just don't like that his hands aren't up. They're not ready.
In there in the lineup. And get
yeah.
You know.
He'd come and ask questions to probably both of us, and I think this is just
third and 10.
Come on, man.
You gotta break that.
Yeah.
Yep.
both of us,
I mean, and the other thing too is that DB is screaming. It takes you a half of a jump to make him miss.
Yep. Yeah, he wasn't breaking down at all. He was.
No, that was a heck of a tackle, to be honest though.
It really
Yeah, it
was.
was.
And
He timed it
closed
beautifully.
like 10 or 15 yards out. And just,
Out there, but they've been 11-yard pickup by Jones. He's got the 11-yard.
Waddle is faster. I don't know. Waddle is sick.
They're about the
I'm a
same.
huge Waddle fan.
There's a video of them racing, and they finish like literally exact same.
But they've been kept in check here so far in the first
Someone's saying, just saying without a top QB. Yep, this one won't be top QB.
so far in the first 11 minutes.
Oh man, I wish we could see a little more of that.
I know. It's
Jones has all day.
'Cause it kind of looks like he gets forced to the boundary again, but it was hard to tell.
See, I mean, that last release, he's hopping. I don't like that. I don't like this. The whole hop releases.
Sets up in the
Hop.
Sets
yeah.
Sets up motion.
He gives them
Time
a
is
move
money.
though, at
He's
least.
running routes. I mean, Jerry, you're a quarterback. You want
Crossover
your
step
your
outside.
you want your receivers hopping and the releases off the line while you're getting D lineman breathing down your neck.
Well, the nice thing with Ruggs is like he's quick enough to make up for it.
Right.
I don't want like
Mac looking left, goes down.
Justin Jefferson. Like he's a guy that was hopping too much.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting into his routes.
Goes down outside the 32 of Auburn. There's a little pitch to Najee Harris.
What do you have over here? Traded back from 4 to 6, moved up from 24 to 17, and got Christian Kirk in the deal. Hoping to land Reagor or T. Which way do you guys lean? At 6, I would lean Higgins.
Yeah, I would lean Reagor.
I lean Reagor
personally.
as well, but they're literally 3 and 4 for me, so it's not much of a gap. But I'd lean Reagor as well.
His general technique seems lacking thus far. His speed seems to cover up for areas that need improving. I do not disagree. Right now, I see inconsistency is what I see with technique.
Decoy to the outside like a quick screen. He wants to go
Yeah, the nice thing about him is he has all the tools, like from an athletic standpoint. So
I'd like to see, now granted, we just haven't had an opportunity to see it. I'd like to see some opportunities for some contested catches. Now, granted, he is so fast that I'm sure there weren't too many of them during the season, but I would like to see how he does in those situations.
He made a heck of a contested catch over the middle his sophomore year. I remember that one.
Did he?
I see you, Najee.
I would say, I wish he came out. I was
I like him
disappointed.
a lot.
Yeah, he grew on me a lot during the course of the season, especially how he developed in the receiving game.
Yeah, it was a good year for him.
Mm-hmm.
Ruggs he's more physical than people think. Like he came off the line there. And
He's the heaviest of the group, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think any of them were over what 185. They were all pretty light.
So this is one where he could even be more flat. I think
Yeah.
'cause he's fading upfield there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just feels like he's not trying.
Right. Like, why can't you run away from that guy?
Yeah, every rep needs to be deliberate. Like, I hate when I see guys like loafing. Call that a loaf, right, Nick? Garrett?
Yeah. Yep. Or an MA. Remember those?
Or what?
I never
MA?
had
Missed
MAs.
assignment?
I said I never had that.
I had MRs. Mr. Reed.
Second and goal at the 3. Play action bootleg. Jones at 3.
What was he doing there?
Yeah, he needs
Well,
to.
I think here he's trying to bait the corner in, but the corner doesn't believe any of it. So he gets eaten up.
Yeah, and then he doesn't use his hands very well.
No.
needs to
I
get the
always
hands
teach my
off.
receivers to grab wrists, and he didn't grab anything there. He got eaten up.
Yeah, the DB's able to get his hands on him. That's why he's able to stay with him.
Yeah.
And that's only one arm that's out there. That'd be easy. You have two hands to get outside of that.
There you go.
Go back to the start on that one, if you can, please.
The rub there. I'm having a hard time seeing that. Oh no, he had a curl and he came off of it.
He got outside right away on that
should
one.
show it
He wasted
again.
time inside. That's just a miscommunication, I think, from the DBs more than anything.
Yep.
The guy in
24
88
wasn't
should have
sure.
taken him, and 24 should have taken 88. But
Yep.
He ran right off of 88 really nicely though. And he basically set up that pick.
Yep, and he got his head around real quick.
Yeah, that's a good route.
Does Tua make these four receivers, or do the receivers make Tua, or are they all complementary? That's a good
Time will
question.
tell.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm going to say this. I think they're all very talented receivers, but I think Tua is special as well. I think Tua is more special than these receivers are special.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm not sure Ruggs is a special receiver at the next level. I'm not sure Judy is either. I think I might like Waddle the most of all four.
Yeah, I like Devonta Smith a
Right
lot.
on
Look at
cue.
him. Look at Waddle here. Love him.
He's good, man.
Dude, he takes us from the house.
He's just as fast as Ruggs.
And he's got the wiggle and the
He
quickness.
does.
And he's taller too.
Let's watch
Hey, how
Ruggs here.
tall is Waddle?
He's 5'10". Ruggs is 6, I think. They said.
He's only 5'10". I thought he was taller than that.
Okay, I tweeted this out, or maybe I did. I don't know. What do you think and this is Waddle, what do you think his punt return average was on 20 punts this last year? Average.
18.5.
He
do you think,
housed at least 2, right? If I remember. I'll say 20.
24
Wow.
and change. Think of that. Think of averaging 24 yards a punt return.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And his kick return average was like 30 or
That's
something.
why you don't kick it to him.
Oh, we have to give a little shout out here to John Mosier. Waylon, which of these receivers are racing? We used to say that in DTC all the time. I can't remember who Adrian Peterson is loose. because they're all Vikings fans. They always
See, again,
use that. Yeah.
he lets the DB get his hands on him.
There you go. Yeah, 24.5. Yep.
So I think that's one thing that I've taken away so far is his hand technique isn't great.
Like if you go back to that last one, could he have just released inside? Why did he go back outside on this? Because he's eating up right here.
Yeah.
I guess it's a hitch, but because he's got him beaten inside.
Chop. Yeah, chop.
The only thing we do now with this technology is what we have with technology. The only problem for me is
Paul Allen, and he's loose. Yep. We got a lot more action over here on the chats.
That's a great release right here.
Yeah, that's where. Yep.
the only problem for me is when you don't have any time out.
Release is so important, dude.
The only problem
Yep.
for me is when you don't have any time out.
I mean, this should be easy for him. This DB's off 7 or 8. Oh, never mind. He's getting to his zone.
You can't really see anything on the play.
You may run it back.
Like that route right there is just crap. It's a run, I guess, but man. What would you like to see him do with his hands? I always want him to grab the wrists of the DB. That way you can turn them, the DB at least, and you can control the whole body or the whole arm if you get the wrist. If you get an elbow, they can replacement hands it. I always like when the wrists are grabbed.
Yeah, and your hand should never drop. Like, you should always have your hands in here, ready to fight. There's a lot of different things you can do with your hands, right, Nick? I mean,
Oh yeah, there's more
several-
than one, but
yeah, there's
I mean,
several moves.
I mean, you can't
Chop,
stop your
swim.
feet, and you can't stop using your hands. They have to be like you're in a battle, you know. I mean, he's uber athletic. I get that. This game was all Waddle. Yeah, Waddle was insane this game. He had, what, 4 touchdowns?
It's a great adjustment. These are
I still don't like how much he gets pushed to the sideline every time, though.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's really hard on your quarterback, isn't it, Jared? Hey, drop this in the bucket. You have to, or we're not going to complete it.
Right.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Mac Jones.
He should have stayed 2 yards more inside because that guy was pushing him the whole time. Stay inside. Leaves so much more room there to make that throw.
People don't realize how tough a back shoulder throw is. It is not an easy throw. It is hard.
Yep.
You have to have such good timing with your receivers.
Furious George said he seems pretty lackadaisical to me when he knows the ball's going somewhere else. That was the only thing I was thinking of. Do you guys remember Baylor when they were rolling with Bryles and they had K.D. Cannon and Terrence Williams and all those guys? They would literally have half the field like stand there, and the other half was the read.
K.D. Cannon, yeah.
And I liked K.D. Cannon, but I almost wonder if that's what's going on here. Like he knows he's not going to get it, so it doesn't matter how hard he runs.
Yeah.
Because it's so inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not enjoying the film so far. Right on cue on a great play here. Great adjustment, hands catch.
Really
Yeah, but there's no separation. This is if the quarterback doesn't throw it perfectly, he doesn't get it.
Yeah, again, I think he's doing too much at the line.
Yeah. One move and go.
He's not going anywhere with that.
Nope. And gets pushed to the sideline.
Because the DB's
Oh,
taught.
Kendall Wright. Oh, I forgot about Kendall right there.
Great job at the point of attack, though. Adjusting the ball, making a good hands catch, which we haven't really seen that yet.
There's a little bit of good hand fighting in there.
Mm-hmm.
Run that replay back real quick. Watch that inside arm. Good little push.
Yeah, that was subtle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those little things are so important.
How do you feel about that Lamb Thielen comp? I like Devontae Adams for Lamb more.
I like
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day. I wasn't quite feeling that one. Like, explain to me why, because that seems like a very specific type of player that didn't specifically remind me of Lamb, but I feel like you have a good reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I think Jarvis Landry is one of the most physical wide receivers in the NFL, and CeeDee
Okay.
Lamb's one of the most physical wide receivers I've watched. That was one of the biggest reasons, and then the after the catch ability to make people miss and stuff like that just reminded me of Landry, and they're both not super fast athletes. I think Lamb's faster than Landry for sure, and their body type's different, but
I think that was the biggest thing that was throwing me was the body type.
yeah, that wasn't really part of the comparison in my eyes. It was just more the play style.
Okay.
And I think they both play below the rim. I don't think Lamb's really a go up and get it type of guy.
Oh, he tries to switch arms there, finally. This is his zone, right?
Yeah.
Waddle in motion, they fake it to him. Jones scrambles up, climbs the pocket, and throws across the middle on the run. Henry runs.
You gotta love when you can get him in space.
Oh, for sure.
See, Dog Woke, I read a scouting report on NFL.com that comped Lamb to Hollywood.
Yeah, I saw that
Wait.
too. I was like, what?
Marquise Brown, Hollywood?
Yes. It's
Yeah,
the
wow, that's-
laziest
never mind.
comp I've ever heard.
He said they both went to Oklahoma. It's fine.
Yeah, it's easy. I gotta get this article out in the morning. It's 12 at night.
You know, Rashard Hollywood Higgins would have been a better comp than that Hollywood.
Right, yeah.
This is so ridiculous. It's sure to generate some clicks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's interesting is that a lot of people will comp players because they have the same number. That's easy to do because you see it.
Or they have like
So that's one thing
dreads
that
or
I've-
something. Yeah.
That's one thing I've had to fight a little bit.
Yeah, it is easy to do. I agree.
Just curious, Mac Jones thoughts for a guy that hasn't played a ton. I haven't watched enough Mac Jones to.
Trying to see if I can see anything
Who,
here.
Mac Jones? Mac Jones.
You know, I almost said Matt Jones. Remember Matt Jones was at
Oh, yeah,
Arkansas?
Oh, yeah, before that, yeah.
I feel like if he
Dude,
changes
he
his
was
angle
so
here more, he
sick.
could have this catch. Kind of run.
Yeah, why did he run into him?
Yeah, like he started flattening this rather than keeping it on an angle.
I would have tried to draw pass interference there.
Yeah,
could've
I was wondering
easily
if that
drawn
was
pass
what he was
interference.
trying to do.
Is he? I know you said he's physical, but is he physical, like not blocking? Like after the reception, he's not that physical.
No.
And with DBs, he gets pushed around. Like right there, he is not looking for extra yards on that at all.
No.
He's like,
He
I'm just
dove
going to
forward.
go in here and get tackled. Meanwhile, Waddle or Judy would like make something crazy happen with that. It's a lot of space.
Let me see if we got some
Well,
questions here.
C-Dog Walk, it's just crazy because Lamb is so much taller than Marquise and because Marquise is that much faster and their games are just very different. One's physical,
Yeah.
one's not. Like it's like the worst comp I've ever heard.
Yeah. One never makes a contested catch. The other one lives off of them.
Right. It's like, whatever.
I don't know
Brian.
how I feel about Mac Jones, to be honest.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Someone is asking how we feel about Mac Jones.
He didn't
We
get
just
it.
talked about that.
Did they?
Yeah. Where are you been, Jared?
And also, you
I
never
don't
listened to
know.
Mike Jones, Jared?
Who?
Who?
Mike Jones.
What did we say about Mac Jones? I completely missed that.
Yeah, I just said I haven't watched enough film on him to say anything. And Jared's like, yeah, me too. And then,
I'm sitting here controlling the film. I gotta concentrate on my fingers.
oh boy.
To be fair, I can't multitask at all.
My
I would
wife
be
gets
way
so
worse
mad
it
at me.
Jones.
I'm
You know,
like, you see me
scientifically
looking at my
proven you
phone.
can't
Don't ask me a
multitask.
question right now. Then that response gets her more mad at me.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't go over well.
Don't talk to me while I'm looking at my phone. Which is 24/7.
Don't you realize Twitter's on?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here we go. I mean, that route was so
What is he waiting for? I'm moving Ruggs down just off of this game right now.
Yeah, I mean,
have a player count for Ruggs other than Tyreek? Tyreek's way better than he is.
yeah, I don't see Tyreek.
Licker Deshaun?
No, not for me.
So Silver Sports is asking, you were saying he's not looking for yards, or is it just not lateral quickness? He seems fine with the lane to run, but I was hoping for a guy who could create his lane a bit like Tyreek. For me, it's because it's a mentality. Part of running with the football is a mentality that you want to score. On that play, he was not looking to score. He was looking, I'm going to get whatever's here and fall down. If he would have, if they're both DBs, when he ran up that seam, would have olayed him, he would have just fallen down. I want the guy to keep bringing his legs and his feet underneath him. That's what Lamb does. Lamb's so hard to tackle because he doesn't want to go down. I think Ruggs doesn't want to stay up. He'll fall down. Am I wrong, or were you guys on that?
No, that makes perfect sense. I think of that play against Texas with Lamb. I mean, literally, there was 4 guys there, and he still was bound and determined that he was going to house it.
If you watch that play, just watch number 25, the corner. He doesn't want to tackle anybody. It makes you look at that play differently. You're like, well, that guy doesn't want to tackle.
He wasn't really trying that hard.
Have you watched him?
I'll have to go back and watch.
Oh, it's terrible.
Lamb, but I haven't dug into that specific play and what number 25 is doing.
Oh, it's terrible. Just okay. So we're not watching 3 Ruggs, we're watching 2?
No, it's 11-10. So
okay.
That was about 30, 40 minutes on Ruggs.
Okay.
So
I feel meh on Ruggs right now.
Yeah, I'm meh as well. I'm a big sucker for elite athleticism, which I don't throw the word elite around often, but I mean, it's clear with him as far as jumping ability, running ability, quickness, things like that. So as far as teaching technique and developing a guy, I think it's much easier to try and develop an elite athlete rather than not.
Here's an interesting one for you guys. Question from Sea Dog Woke. Wouldn't Hollywood be a comp for Ruggs based on what we've seen tonight? I think Hollywood has more fight to his game than Ruggs does.
I think Hollywood's a better route technician as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been trying to think of a comp for Ruggs and I can't. Nick, you've been doing this longer than me. You should probably have some Zach Stacy comp or something in your back pocket.
It's got to be a Ram. You can only comp him to Rams.
Can I tell you this one? My favorite comp I made last year. I spent so much time on Andy Isabella. I found the perfect comp. Okay. You ready?
Wes Welker. I'm just kidding.
Don Beebe. Do you remember Don Beebe? His size,
how
he moved.
All. Nope. I don't
honestly
know who that is.
Don't remember him.
Is
at
he related
all.
to Chad Beebe?
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Don Beebe. He was with Buffalo. Remember the play with Leon Lett going across the goal line? He knocked the ball out of his hands.
What year was this?
1993. Who are you guys?
Exactly. I was 3.
I'm 34. How old are you?
I was 4.
29.
Oh my. Okay, I'm reaching out to all of the people there. Don Beebe. Go watch Don Beebe highlights and then go watch Andy Isabella and tell me it's not
down film at
obscure players from the 90s. I was not.
Here, Drago right here. I threw to Beebe all the time in Tecmo Super Bowl. Love you, Drago. Oh, you guys are brutal. All right, let's watch Reagor.
Yeah, let's move on here to Jalen Reagor. Nick, do you have anything coming out anytime in the coming weeks as far as your Devy stuff is concerned?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been working on, and actually, I really should have a plan for this. I've been working on the graduates, which is these guys, and the Devy report all at the same time. So, I actually sold to a guy recently. I'll just let you guys know this. I'm going to sell both of them as a combo deal, like I did in years past, where you get both reports. So one is all of the non-draft eligible college guys. One is all of the guys that are going to be in this draft for offensive skill position players. And then I also want to add a twist in this. I don't think I've even told you guys this, is that I'm for an additional fee on top of the combo. I'll email one email back to somebody if they give me their roster and what picks that they have of who I would advise them to take or to look who they should take. So draft advice. Nice. And then there'll probably be a fee for multiple draft advices too. So just kind of a consulting too. I just decided, I might as well help the people, that follow me because I want them to do well. Actually, I've already helped one guy, and I was pretty pumped about it. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. Cool.
Mhm.
Good for you. All right, let's get into this Reagor versus Oklahoma State. And then I got West Virginia for him on the queue as well. Down here at the bottom of the screen.
Now, we hear that supposedly Reagor believes he's the fastest in the class. Do we actually think that he's faster straight line speed than Ruggs? I like Reagor a lot.
I think
still don't know
Reagor
that
is
he's
more
faster than
explosive.
Ruggs. Oh, yeah.
let me
agree.
watch 2 games and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And he's much better after the catch.
Yes. As far as making people miss and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that was pretty flat. I'm good with that.
Yeah, sudden. Man, he gets off the ball.
Oh, that was
In a
juicy.
hurry.
Yeah.
Now, his dad played for the Colts, right?
Yes.
Was it Monte Reagor? Is that right?
I don't know what his dad's name was, but I think Ray's having Reagor on for a show coming up on the
Oh, is
DDP. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Definitely look out for that.
Did you see how far off that DB was?
Yeah.
What was that pass?
You know what's interesting is that in college, I knew guys that would press players that were much faster than them because that's the only chance they could stay with them. If they can make them head stay off the line and get a hand on them versus
Gotcha.
playing way off. So there's some different strategies there.
I mean, this is not a good route. He obviously doesn't think he's getting the ball.
No, but yeah, I don't think that one matters either.
Right.
He's like,
Yeah.
if he threw it right away, I'd catch it. But,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, that was pretty lazy too, I think.
Mm-hmm. He saw he wasn't getting that either.
Yep.
I like the. Yeah.
That hands catch,
Never mind.
88.
That's good. Good catch. God, I mean, when you watch him, you just the way
It's
he
a
gets
good
off the
ball
ball
right
is
there.
differently. It's
Look
different.
at this ball, Jared.
He had a dude right in his grill.
I know he did. I'm just.
I actually did a good job of getting rid of the ball, not taking a sack.
Patrick Mahomes would have completed it. No, probably not. I'm kind of curious the size on this here.
Woo.
Ooh.
Keep your feet, young fella. Good cut, though.
That was a good initial cut.
Jeez, man. That dead leg.
I missed a play. Dang it. Sorry. I was looking at sizes. I mean, so it looks like Ruggs is 6 foot 190, they said, and Reagor's 5'11", 191. So they're pretty identical.
Drops the ball here. Hits him right in the face.
That's one thing I've noticed. He does drop the football.
Yeah, his hands are a little inconsistent. But I think they're more concentration drops than
He was
like
looking to
bad
turn
hands. Because I've noticed that when he is catching the ball, he seems to have like a natural feel to it from what I've watched. I don't think it's like bad hands or anything. Man, just the way he gets low, gets his chin down. Look at that angle.
Mm-hmm. He's an athlete, man.
Yeah. The way he like angles his foot 90 degrees and is able to plant right off of it.
Ooh, juicy.
Juicy. So explosive. That's why I think he's gonna beat Ruggs in the 40. That first 10
he is
yards,
explosive.
first 20 yards.
Quick slant, Reagor makes the catch, and inside the 30.
But then again, like, who's good out of blocks? You know what I mean? Like, who knows that stuff? I mean,
It doesn't matter in real football. I
mean,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. But like, you know, that's kind of part of it.
The
right?
40 doesn't matter, I should say. Explosiveness does.
Yeah. So I don't like the combine because then everyone's going to have all these. Oh, they're basically going to be this player. Well,
Yeah, it's just
not when
fun.
you
It's
watch
fun.
them on the field. It's not for me because then I have those debates forever. And
Yeah. DK
you know,
Metcalf.
David Montgomery's going to be David, or he's going to be Le'Veon Bell because they're 40 times for the same. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like
For me, I like it not necessarily for moving players up as much as it helps me eliminate some guys. Like, this guy is just way too slow to play the position, or
Yeah.
this
like
guy,
Elijah
you know,
Holyfield.
Yes.
exactly. You know, we were able to cross him off the list. You know, save us some time there. So,
But that's not what happens though. You know what I mean? Like
right.
the hype train just like Cam Akers' hype train is going to be ridiculous.
As it should be.
Oh, here we go. You're going to move him up.
No,
over
he's
Clyde.
he's where he
after
is
we had
for me.
this talk.
That was much better blocking than some of the other.
Clyde's going to be the better fantasy football player.
Yep.
And that's what we're ultimately.
See, he's got effort there. I
Doing
like
here.
that with
Yep.
his blocking. Good
Yep.
effort. Ooh. Yep. Saw it early.
Oh,
Saw it early. But watch the route.
Yeah.
Watch him. Watch the hesitation. Look at it. Oh,
got him to bite. Lost him. Look at that catch.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. I mean, that's Ruggs cannot do this. We haven't seen it at least.
No, we have not.
This is why I think Reagor's ceiling's so high. He has great ball skills.
how about back skills though?
That hurt. I was gonna say that hurt.
He comes back.
Baby, come back
Yeah,
Be
they
able
say
to
he's got a
adjust and
40-inch vertical.
like that. Oof.
I wouldn't be
That's
surprised
special.
if Ruggs had a 40-inch vertical though too. After watching those dunks.
Right.
Yeah.
Jalen Reagor, you hope he's that's a sight we don't like to see. One of the most explosive athletes, not just in the Big 12, but in all of college football.
Tyler Lockett with more grit. Nah, he's more juicy than Lockett.
Opens up, and he takes advantage.
Dude,
Oh,
people have hated on me for saying this, but I think he reminds me of OBJ. He does not have the hands of OBJ. But as far as cutting and moving,
Sea Dog Woke just said, I think I listened to a pod that had Ray on, and he comped him to Percy Harvin. No.
yeah,
No,
Ray
Percy-
does comp him to Percy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he did. I don't. That's Percy had the agility and more, I think, play strength than Rager's got. Percy Harvin was so good in college. People forget that. That's why I was debating, or I posted this, but people comparing Visca to Cordell Patterson completely forgot who Cordell Patterson was in college. He was insane
run the
in
back.
college.
Extreme Bama, yeah, I have Reagor as my wide receiver 2 in this class right now. With Judy at 3, but I'm in the minority on that.
The other thing I like, the big difference here that I see between Ruggs and Reagor is Reagor puts effort in every play, or at least way more plays than Ruggs did.
And he has less reason to being on TCU's offense.
That offense is so bad.
That's a great point.
Great job of going down and getting that ball. So I don't think his hands are a concern. I know he does drop some passes, but I think they're more concentration rather than just not a good pass catcher, you know? I don't
Look
think
at
it's
this route. Look at
something
this.
to worry
Two guys
about.
in the same spot in that route. It's like Rager's about to catch it, and then so the guy.
He's like, he literally stands there like, seriously?
All right, talk about his effort, and then he did that.
Yeah, to see that play.
Come on.
Yeah.
Walked off.
It
the line.
always happens too. This kicker hasn't missed in 20 tries. Misses.
There's Anderson trying to pick his spot, picks up 2. He came in Stillwater, too. Duggan, little receiver screen to Reagor. Duggan
Nothing you can do there.
I was gonna say there was really no lane
Hurt
at all.
again.
I don't.
You one of those guys? It's a bad play.
I don't think
hurt.
he has any really injury issues.
I say I don't think he's missed much time.
Mm-mm. It's not like Will Fuller.
So is he in the slot there?
Extreme bandwidth. Reagor is not my wide receiver 3.
You have Higgins up there, right?
Yeah, I have Higgins up there.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Oh,
revealing all
all
my
right,
rankings.
Reagor coming in there to make a play, stripping the
I
ball.
like that.
Look at that ball security. What a DB. Ooh, oh, but look at that.
It's pass interference, man.
But look at that.
Yes.
You ate that cushion up. Now he should work him more outside before he comes inside on that, in my opinion. Turn his hips, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, he sat down and they
Should have
wanted
been a
that to be-
flag.
Could this quarterback be worse? Yes, I've seen worse quarterback play.
They have bad quarterbacks at TCU, man.
Yeah, but like I've seen some bad quarterback play.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, have you seen Justin Herbert throw?
I'm not a Herbert hater.
Oh, he's not good. I mean, if it's beyond 5 yards down the field,
I think Eason's way worse than Herbert.
Eason just throws it like a rocket every play.
Yeah.
I'm not a. I mean, there's 2 quarterbacks in this class I like, and that's Fromm by default. Ooh,
See, and that's the thing for a guy that's not the biggest player. Like you see multiple times where he has no problem going up, making the contested catch. And that's great to see because I don't think he's necessarily going to do a ton of that at the next level, but it's nice to see that he's capable and he's not afraid to do that. You see some guys that are afraid to make some of those types of catches. He has no fear when it comes to that.
well, look at him. He releases
Yep.
inside, then outside. He's got him,
Stacks
and then
him.
DB held him,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then he posts him up to high point.
Yeah, man. I mean, to have that burst in athleticism and speed and then able to do this type of thing.
Can't be worse than Christian Ponder. Christian Ponder is bad. But hey, man, I'm a Bears fan. I know all about bad QB plays. So
This is why I'm all about Reagor over Ruggs.
yeah, there's
mean-
a little Steve Smith in him. I can see a little
Yes,
Steve
Yeah,
Smith in
yes.
him.
I would agree with that.
There you
I
go.
love that.
That's
the
a better
fit-
comp
that's
than
the-
Percy Harvin. Although Steve Smith's a bad man. Like, it's tough comparing someone to that guy. That guy destroyed people.
Do either of you
I
want to catch the ball here?
I love how Steve Smith talks right now, too, as a commentator. Don't you guys love it?
Oh, yeah.
just
He's
says
one of
it
my
how it
favorite, man.
is.
Yeah.
It doesn't care.
And he knows his shit, too.
It's like, no, you're soft. It's like, I still wouldn't mess with Steve Smith.
I love when he's at the combine. He's messing with the guys on the field and shit.
Yeah.
I forget what quarterback last year. He was like, come on, dude, chill out. Like, you're throwing it like a rocket. People are trying to make money here. I forget who it was. I was trying to think.
Wow, what a great sneak.
Yeah, Tyree. It was
Jeez.
Tyree.
Oh, Tyree Jackson. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I love Tyree Jackson. Ice up, son. Yeah, I love Tyree Jackson. He's like my QB
Did you?
6, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hated him.
Brett Rippon was my QB 5. I have no idea how either went undrafted.
I
And then
hated
Trace
Tyree
McSorley got
I
drafted.
thought he was so inconsistent.
Well, yeah, Trace McSorley got drafted, though. Tell me how that works.
Yeah. I think that was more about above the shoulders type thing than ability.
I think it was because he was backing up a running quarterback,
Yeah,
Lamar
system.
Jackson. They wanted the same scheme.
Yep. Makes sense.
But
And I'd like to be able to see. I wish we had some all 22 on some of these. 'Cause
Yeah.
Outside of the release,
Here's
that's
a
all we're
good
getting
view.
to see on some of these.
no, I like that out route 3 plays ago. I thought it was good. He's a better route runner than Ruggs. He's more
Agree.
Flexible. He's more aggressive after the reception. It's rather easy for me to have Reagor over Ruggs, which I don't think I had prior to tonight. So that's why we do this, boys.
Yeah. Damn, that dude almost had that.
Yeah. I know, that was a great effort.
I thought he had that.
Oh, look at before this though. He came inside, sold inside, boom, stuck it. That's a good. Hey, for bad QB play, that's a ball
Yeah, it is.
That's a very good throw.
in a bucket.
He had to speed up for it too. Good adjustment. Good tracking ability.
Man, I love how quickly he gets off the line.
Yes.
He
He eats that cushion in a hurry.
real quick. Oh,
Tyree's in the XFL
oh,
now?
oh, I love that route. Oh man, give him.
Well, he had to go back over his other shoulder. Look at that
Yeah.
tracking ability.
And the frame rate on this video sucks.
Oh,
Thank you. Good one to end on. Just gets blasted.
Let's end on a positive.
West Virginia is next here. Sorry, we're running over 11:30, boys. You all good?
Take me home.
West Virginia.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Time wise? Okay.
That John Denver's full of it. You didn't know that was part of this too? The jokes are included, everyone.
Yes, I do have Lamb as my wide receiver one. Do you guys have Lamb as your top receiver as well?
Yes.
Yes.
I tell you, my daughter shit in the bathtub tonight.
Oh,
I know. My wife's gone too. It's...
brutal.
Check that one off the box.
Wow.
It happened.
I'm going to call that one
TMI.
birth
Sorry.
control for me, man.
Sorry.
I don't want to
Oh,
do
dude,
that.
I got some stories for you then, bro.
God, what is this film?
This is, Jared,
What
this
is
is
this?
your highlight tape film right here, man.
Yeah.
This is like they're
Rainy.
playing in an intense fog.
That's insane. I'm sore just thinking about it.
An intense fog.
First down for the Frogs on motion. Tay Barber to the near side.
All right, Bama fan here. Asked earlier now, after watching your film review, Tua made those receivers, in my opinion. I think so. More than the other way.
Catch the ball.
Oh, here you go.
That's a tough catch, though.
Nah, but yeah,
It's
he said
really
right
tough.
away, so I'll give him that.
Still don't like to see it though.
No. Hey, he comes
Watch
back and
him.
makes
Oh,
a
he's
tackle.
catching him. He caught him.
I do like that effort. That's the second game in a row where we've seen him, a turnover, whether it's his fault or not.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this. He's
trying to
on
go
the
make a
ground,
play.
got up, and then he's like, I'm getting this guy.
Hawks him.
Again, the guy's not running full speed because he's weaving through traffic, but that's... See, that's the thing about him. And he's got some heart.
Oh,
in him.
run that back. I kind of want to see.
He does have some heart. I'm like so positive. I love this guy. I think he's so underrated still. People aren't talking about him enough.
I know one person that's talking about him all day.
Me?
All day, Ray.
Oh, Ray. Yeah.
Does Ray have him as like his wide receiver one or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that would be just...
He talks to Reagor all day.
I know there's a lot of people that, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a few people that have moved him up to their top receiver.
On that first possession, he's going to hand it.
I think that's trying too hard.
No, I think he has Lamb. Lamb's a Texas boy. He's got to stay true.
Yeah, he is a Texas boy.
Texas
Is
forever.
Reagor a Texas boy? I mean, I know he's at TCU, but
On this
I don't
team.
know.
I
I watched all of them today. Some Lamb.
this is another thing that he can offer too is special teams.
Well, that's what I was going to talk about. Lamb returned punts for touchdowns this last year at
Yeah.
his size.
Yeah.
Wait, and not being athletic or fast. Come on.
I think he's
This isn't him.
no.
Let's run
He's
that.
in the play. That's why it's on there.
He has Reagor as his wide receiver too. Okay.
That's kept by Duggan. Duggan Lua.
Oh, here you go.
Direct snap to
Double
Wing
wing.
T.
Double wing right here. Look at him. He's gonna block for the extra
Yeah, he
point
is.
right there. He's like ready
Behind the chains, it's 2nd and 15.
for that
Put on
inside gap.
right before that.
Bottom of the screen.
Okay, see that one? I don't like that because he's not
Yep.
flat.
Yep.
That's exactly what we're talking about. He's not. Now again, it's 3rd and 13. But here, stay at that. What yard line is that? Stay at the 32. Can you take that back?
Yeah, I think he tempoed down too because he was just moving too.
Yeah,
Too much toward the sideline.
34. Now it's easy for that backer to meet him, or match him where he's at. So
Yeah,
if he's at 32, wouldn't have gotten him.
I agree. Kind of loses track where he's at. Good catch, though.
It's going to be well short of the
Let's see if we got some questions here. He didn't alligator arm that one.
I've been keeping up with it pretty good.
Why is
actually.
the media so consistent in calling Judy number 1 when I see so many people having Lamb number 1?
I think that's just the Belinda from the year before.
Yeah, and playing at Alabama, always being in the national spotlight. I mean, I guess Lamb was too, but I feel like draft Twitter is always kind of different than what the national media is putting out there.
Yep. And I don't know if that's because the national media is behind on doing film work too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, geez, you want to talk to analytics Twitter? They have Brian Edwards as their wide receiver 1. Basically, is what I feel like. It's like
I do like Edwards, but
I don't hate
not
Edwards.
that.
I actually probably will move him to my 5.
he is my 5 right now.
oh my goodness, you guys.
We're gonna have to watch some of him because I like him a
Oh,
lot.
boy.
You don't like Edwards?
Not for the hype he's getting. That's the thing. To me, it's all relative to the hype and what your
Yeah, I don't-
expectations are for Brian Edwards.
Outside of analytics, I feel like nobody's talking to him or talking about him. I
Yeah,
feel like
same.
film Twitter isn't talking about him at all.
It's a fortunate
Here's a
How
punt
does he
return.
not have 850 yards ever in any of his 4 years? That bothers me. I don't care about market
production
share,
guy?
zone in zone.
whatever.
Groudon.
So production's a big
It's a
point for you then?
bounce. Take it at the
How do you
I'd
never
rather-
have 850 yards
Initially
ever?
Reagor.
Well, I mean, it's all predicated on the offense too. But if he's getting a large share of his
Demarius Thomas.
offense, I think it.
I'm gonna see what Demarius Thomas had at Georgia Tech.
He's done for his West Virginia career. What an important player he has been. and
Oh,
will be today.
we have a question. Jamar Chase, if he was in this class, would
West
you take
Virginia
him or
career,
CD?
what an important player
Jamar Chase.
He has West Virginia career. What an important
I would take
Here-
Chase.
Really tough.
Well, hold on. Do you guys remember Demarius Thomas first? I should just ask that, I guess, at this point.
Yes.
He had 1,150 yards
A run.
on 46 catches at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, the most running offense there was back then.
Frogs won, but last week against
We'll
Oklahoma,
watch
there
Brian
was one where
Edwards.
Dougie got
You'll like him.
a similar one, and there was not a penalty call.
Judy
So
or
reversed it
Riley
down to
Ridley?
15.
Judy.
Judy.
I know he meant Calvin or them messing. Jamar Chase is in this class. Him or CD? Who did you guys take? I'm sorry.
I'd take
So
Chase.
bursting down at 15.
I think he's better. I think
I'd
he's a
probably
better
take-
receiver.
I'd probably take Chase too.
I'm going CD.
I think Chase is a blue chip wide receiver, and I also
I
think
think he's a
Rondell
little
Moore is
overrated.
Here, run that playback. Run that playback.
Bursting down at 15.
I think he's a little overrated right now. Chase is.
Yeah, 20 touchdowns is pretty good.
Yeah, there's some really good combinations. He's wide
1,700
open.
yards. Yeah.
Wheel routes.
Broke a
Burrow.
tackle on 30% of his catches.
Inside the 10, pushed
That's a nice
I don't
catch.
think he's bad, but I just.
I was
But
doing
Judy or
some,
Ridley, I'm going Judy there. Who are you guys going? Calvin Ridley or Judy?
Judy.
That's a great catch.
I like the physicality. You know, we talked about it earlier, Nick, but there's guys that are looking to score. You can tell every play he's trying to score. He's
Yep.
trying to break tackles. You know, he could have easily just sat down there, let the DB tackle him, you know, but he got an extra 2 or 3 yards out of that.
Well, if you go back on like this route right here, okay, one, this is terrible leverage by the DB. Look how far outside he is already. But
Yeah.
he gets inside right away, then vertical stumps up, and then comes back inside to give himself room. I really like that route.
But on this third down and goal, looking in that direction, a fade.
It's wide
We
open.
should. They said we should do
And
Tyler Johnson and Edwards.
I'd be fine with that.
Looking in that direction.
We can do an official
Controversial.
T. Higgins one. Do Higgins and Edwards.
Well, we kind of already did one unofficial.
Yeah.
Looking in that direction,
I couldn't clip it. It like disappeared.
Oh, really?
Actually, I think I have it saved, but I can't like break it down to just T. Higgins.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I think it was me, you, and Ray on that one, right?
Yep. We did what? We did Higgins and Jefferson, right?
Down, they bring 3. The pass
What was he doing there?
I think that was like he was trying to sit down in the zone, so he hesitates, and then there was traffic. I don't know what he.
Dude, they're trying to pick that guy for the running back's wheel.
Oh yeah. That seems right.
Oh, that could be. And then I think he got caught up and should I try to go back and get that guy? Okay.
Great starting field position at the 47. Duggan looked long, but
Good decision, quarterback.
How about this? How many running backs are ranked above your first wide receiver?
Confidently at this moment, 2.
I can't remember. So, I mean, what's your guys' strategy in rookie drafts? You go running back early? The top couple picks, typically?
Typically, I mean, it's best available for me, but traditionally that ends up being a running back. It's just so much easier to get receivers and get good value on receivers later. It's really tough to get good value on running backs later.
Yeah, to me, I mean, I'm patient. If I draft a guy, I'm not gonna like move him right away. So to me, it's whoever the better player is. I don't really have a regular strategy.
I don't think
Not
there's
early.
any elite player in this draft. Like elite.
No.
I agree.
Nope.
There's a lot of well above average players, though.
Yes, a lot of good players.
Here we,
Making a miss.
He's
Dude.
jogging now.
Dude. What would it be like to be that fast just once?
I know. I just want to experience that.
I'm gonna tell you what, like, you watch people play and like, okay, that guy's really strong. That guy's got really good skills. Everyone wants to be fast. That would be the number one.
Yeah.
Like, I go back and I watch, who's the guy at Kent State? Remember Dre Archer?
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever watch his college tape?
A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Like, there's time, like, if I'm like sad, it's like, at night, I'll just turn on Dre Archer highlights. I'll be like, man, that would be so much fun. Like, it just cheers me up. Like, I just love watching fast guys do fast things in college.
The number of like professional football players that little old Kent State has put out has been phenomenal.
Right. Edelman.
This year's draft
Archer.
for elite,
Who
Cribs.
else?
Jeffrey Nichols. Ran 4.29 and 40-yard dash this spring. Says down there.
Uh-oh.
So it says on the
It's gonna be
screen.
interesting. It's gonna be interesting. They let him return another one?
Fair catch called for. It's going to hit a West
They actually
Virginia
kicked
player.
it?
Dexter McCluster.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't insult Ricker like that.
It's going to hit a West Virginia
Dude,
player.
did you guys like Riley Ridley last year? I never did. I never got it.
No.
There goes Barber again.
No, not really.
I mean,
I
think
think
of
I had him ranked as like my 29th receiver, something
I had him
ridiculous.
like 36 or something.
so the Bears draft, my team couldn't have been worse. They went Montgomery, who I don't like,
Bad draft.
and Riley Ridley. I was like, it's like the worst draft.
And they took Ridley in like the 4th, too, didn't they?
And they traded up for him, I think.
And then he saw the field like twice all season.
Oh, he was, wasn't good.
Man, I thought they were gonna hold on to Emmanuel Hall for a little bit.
I loved the man. I had
Me
Emmanuel
too.
Hall ahead of him.
I had Emmanuel Hall high, and then he tore up the combine. But he
But
had
his
that.
issue is he's always hurt.
Yeah,
His hamstrings.
he had that. What did he have? He had to get
Didn't he have like
surgery.
a sports hernia or
Yeah,
something?
sports hernia. I still have him stashed on a few rosters.
Some deep ones.
He'll get a shot again in camp.
15 now after the penalty. Fake the jet sweep. Duggan's pressured. Davis, a lot of room on the far side. Will get.
You guys, what's
A lot of
the
running.
ideal landing spot for Reagor?
Alanalua gonna run.
You have it in as a question here. What do you guys think?
If you could take out Nico Harmon and put him in Kansas City, that would be ideal.
It's always Kansas City.
How about
keep
this
it-
one? How about this one? How about Green Bay?
I think Green Bay would be great.
Yep.
They have a lot of like 6'3" guys that could really use a quick, speedy guy out of the slot.
That'd be good. Trying to think.
Josh Grouden angling it to the near side.
I don't know.
What a punt. It looked like it came out at the 1.
What do you got, Garrett?
It's a line of Lou at the back.
The draft spot that I've seen him land at
Speed
a lot,
cut.
and I don't think I like it as much as people want to like it is New Orleans, and I don't really like it. People keep wanting to put a number 2 wide receiver there. They're gonna keep feeding.
It's a good play right there.
It is.
Michael Thomas. No, you're good.
Good route.
Alvin Kamara. So I'd have to think a little bit more about that. But one that I actually wouldn't hate. It would be kind of a weird one, but I actually wouldn't hate Detroit. I think he could do some nice things there with Kenny G, running out of the slot. Do some of the stuff that Golden Tate used to do. I think he's going to stretch the field more than Tate ever did. But I think he could fill that role very, very nicely.
People forget Matt Stafford before he got hurt last year was balling.
Oh yeah, he was balling.
He was what, top 5 or 6, right?
But he was I think the efficiency wise, everything, he was ridiculous.
That's great concentration there. That's a really hard catch to make. When you have right before you catch it, you have a hand in your face. I remember those. That's really tough to do. So the concentration that's good to see.
Dug in, flushed out. Taking a deep shot towards Reagor, trying to race to it, but it's overthrown, incomplete.
Them either pre or post snap.
Gonna run with it. Dug in.
Good run.
Got plenty of time.
3rd down and 2.
I mean, there's some other spots that would be, just make complete sense, like Buffalo. That would make great sense. Miami.
Do you think him and John Brown would take away from each other a little bit?
Yeah, I think they need someone else badly.
They do. I picture them taking a more of a T. Higgins type guy. They could.
I think they need anybody. You already got Beasley in the middle, so.
He got beat there at the point of attack on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was underthrown too. A little bit better ball.
Yeah.
He might have had a better shot at that.
I mean, you could say Dallas
He lost his feet.
if they lose Cooper.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, he lost his feet. That was tough.
Oh, Philly would be really good. I actually like Philly a lot.
Yeah, Philly
That's
needs
a good one I hadn't thought
needs a
of.
guy like him.
Bring it forward. Duggan in trouble. Hit as he throws. Dropped by Reagor. And it's going to be forward.
Yeah, make that catch.
Bring it forward. Duggan in
So he's
trouble.
drifting
Down in
upfield
a
again.
close game.
He's drifting. Go flat.
Goes flat. He probably makes a catch.
Most
Yep.
likely to overtime and a touchdown to win.
Oh, they converted there, huh?
Yeah.
Duggan. Reagor.
Woo.
All the way
Okay.
up to
That was
the
behind him a
49.
little bit.
Totally redeem yourself.
Duggan.
Yeah, oh, that quarterback got drilled on that.
Yeah, he did.
Good on you.
Ooh.
Boom.
Reagor.
It was a great catch.
It really was.
Plucks it out of the air.
Against Texas.
I love saying a receiver plucks the ball out of the air. Makes you sound smart.
All right. Hey, a couple other things. We're going to do another episode next week, and it's going to be from when I used to be offensive coordinator in high school. One, we'll kind of talk about terms and things like that, but also you'll see what I ran. I don't know if that's going to be interesting for people or not, but it's a spread offense, and I'll be passionate about it. I don't really like it. And then I have one other thing to say. I don't know if you boys have anything, but it's Wednesday. I don't know when you're going to post all the links to this one, Jared, probably tomorrow. But if you have time and resources, take your significant other out on Friday. Okay, it's a special day. Make them feel special. Okay, it's not necessarily a money thing all the time. It's an effort thing. Okay, something. Just do that. They'll appreciate it.
I'm going to the store tomorrow making some chocolate strawberries.
Well, there you go, man.
Look at you.
Yep.
You want to know what I'm doing?
What?
So I found out that because my buddy was going to come into town and from Florida, and so he actually is not going to come until Saturday now. So then I tried to make reservations, and it's like everything's booked up. So I'm going to make the rack of lamb with cherry glaze off of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
That's a legit meal. So I'm gonna try and make that one. See how she
Look
likes
at
that.
you.
So
Look at you, man.
hey man,
I love it.
it's effort, man.
Yeah.
No, couldn't agree more, man. A lot of times, even though I bumble over myself and mess it up, as long as my wife sees that I'm attempting, she's thrilled. So
I'm sure everybody in here is appreciative you're reminding them that Valentine's Day is Friday. My buddy in our group chat was like, alert, alert. Valentine's Day is Friday. Valentine's Day is Friday.
Yep.
I always think of the Office episode where Ryan hooks up with Kelly the day before Valentine's Day. It's like, what was I thinking? February 13th?
That is the worst.
So final thoughts on Reagor here, boys?
Very impressed.
Yeah. Very impressed.
More impressed than I thought.
Good ball skills. Good hands, even though he had some couple drops there, but I think his hands are natural. Explosive athlete. Gets off the ball fast. And he has good top end speed. Can make people miss in the open field. I don't know. I don't see many holes in his game, to be honest.
Is there anything that you think, because we watched Ruggs at the same time, is there anything that you think Ruggs does better than Reagor?
No.
That was the thing for me too. I think they have very comparable speed. One might run, a slightly faster 4.3, like, okay. But I mean, as far as route running, being more physical, being able to box out guys, the run after the catch. I mean, all of it seemed clear cut. Reagor was a better player on the field.
I think also the thing that we're not even talking about is he's a lot more flexible. His body will bend and move in different ways to get out of breaks better than Ruggs can, and effort, which was the other thing that we saw. So
yeah,
I think those two things were very, very easy to spot on film. So no, this is fun. I'm glad we did this one, boys.
Yeah, for sure. So we might do 2 next week. I think Wednesday we'll do players again, and then we'll find a day that Nick's going to go over and break down his offense for everybody. So I think that'd be very interesting to watch if you're interested just how on, what reads the quarterback's looking at, and different alignments for different players, like what should the receiver be looking at and stuff like that.
Rain Man said that he's hopeful that these continue. Yeah, we're planning on doing these every Wednesday for the foreseeable future, and even I think we've even talked about potentially after the NFL draft, we might even start looking at some of the Devy guys, going
Devy
forward. So I know.
What's
right?
Devy?
What's that?
I can't wait to get into the
Cool. I wanna learn.
younger guys.
Yeah, it should be fun. So yeah, I think pre-draft we'll probably focus on the guys going into the league, and then afterward we'll be looking at some of these Devy guys.
Yeah, but thanks for dropping by, everybody. Really appreciate you guys just hanging out with us, the support. Hopefully you're finding value in this, because either way we would be watching film, so we figured why not throw it on a stream. So
That's a good point.
Yeah, and if you guys can find a way that we can do this better or improve it, or who you want us to talk about, or a different format we can do it, we're all ears. This is new, and we're making this for you, so you just let us know.
yes, sir. On that note, we'll see you next Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Good night.